Members, any questions for Ms. McCauley? Thank you so much for being here today. Chair calls Tim Georgeff. Thank you for being here today. If you would state your name, who you represent, and your position on the bill, please.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Tim Georgeff, and I'm here representing myself, and I'm against HB3. It's the first time I've actually ever stepped foot inside the Capitol, and the first time I've obviously ever testified. And I'm here, you probably don't recognize me, but you'd recognize my wife, Shelley Luther. She was imprisoned because of a mandate that was handed down by Governor Abbott and was enforced by a county judge. And I live a reoccurring nightmare every day because we're still waiting for the Supreme Court to rule on her case to send whether or not she needs to go back. All she did was open her business. The last week before she decided to do that, our daughter bought our last round of groceries. We had a hairstylist who hadn't eaten for 2 days because the food that she had, she was giving to her children. So Shelley made the decision to open, and it has forever changed our life. And what I see now when I read HB3, when I see this, is I see that we want to grant the governor the same powers that put us in this situation. And not only do we want to grant him those powers, but we want to ratify it. We want to make it retroactive back into March of 2020 so that the only recourse that we have is taken away from us. We have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars defending my wife against the state, the city, and the county of Dallas. They still are trying to take away her salon. They are still trying to put her back in jail. And they call her a danger to society. After this it should be long over. We all know it's ridiculous. Between the state, the city, and the county, they have over at my last count, 6 attorneys working against us. And I know there's some of you that are lawyers here on the committee. You know what kind of money that's costing taxpayers, let alone what kind of money it's costing us personally. My son is now 11 years old, but when COVID hit at 10, he's a world champion gold medal Taekwondo black belt. He was all-A student. He loved school and was really the perfect child. We put him in a mask. We put him in front of a iPad because of virtual schooling, and we took away his physical activity that he did every single day. He gained weight. He now hates school. He has no friends. Their social lives are gone. They're back in school in Frisco ISD, but they still wear masks. They have to sit 4 to a table, be socially distanced. Life is just changed. And for what? His life is dramatically different. I'm doing everything I can for him. So I'm here today pleading with you. And I can't, and here's the thing. We talk about legislative oversight. Like, okay, so maybe you guys can oversee what the governor's going to do. Well, here's the thing. When my wife was in jail, I called Jared Patterson, the representative. I called Senator Pat Fallon. I called them. I left them emails. I sent them text messages, and I never received one call back. My wife was being imprisoned for opening her business. So I can't trust the legislative branch to even help us when we're in trouble. So I'm asking you, don't let HB3 go through. Don't grant the government or the executive branch more power over us, and don't even give yourself a committee to oversee it. Let's go back to the basic liberty and freedom that we know was established in the Constitution, and let us have personal responsibility for ourselves so that we can do the things we need to do to survive. We almost lost our home. We almost lost our business. It was because of the courage of Shelley that we were able to maintain that, and also to save 20 stylists that were working in her salon. So I thank you for your time today, and I would just urge every single one of you to think not only about there's a bunch of people come up here and said a lot of smart stuff today, but there are a lot of us that are just people. We are your constituents. We're just here and we're hurting. It's been going on for a long time, and we need this to stop, and it doesn't stop with a bill that grants the governor who put my wife in jail more power. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Georgeff? Thank you for being here today. Chair calls Shelley Luther.